Hey guys, so I've done this rifle previously on my channel, but the thing is, it's been, I think, maybe about 6 years, anywhere from 6 to 8 years in the time span to when I've done the rifle, and the rifle's gone through a lot of changes since then. Things I liked, things I didn't like, things that I just, I don't know, things that made sense, things that didn't make sense anymore. So a lot of changes, a lot of developments in how I like to utilize my rifle as well. I thought I was going to be going from an 11.5 inch, which is this. This is an 11.5 inch BCM upper. I thought I was going to be going to a 16 because I wanted more of a distance, more of a range out of it. And what I ended up finding out was if I just up the grain from a 55, I do sacrifice, obviously I sacrifice a little bit of, change coming out of my pocket to go to a 77 grain. I'm very happy with the results that I've been getting with the 77 grain, being able to reach out for further distances. And kind of this is just my, things I've added, things I've changed, things I've taken away, things I kind of wish I didn't do, but I ended up doing. Like what I've done, I'm going to keep, and this is pretty much going to be the forever rifle until this barrel is no more, or until I need to swap it, or until I swap it for something that I'm really wanting or really wanting to spend the money on. But for now, this has been. I think I bought this back in 2017, 2018. So it's been, I want to say about 8 years in that time frame. And this, again, with what I've changed out, it's been, I'll go through the rifle, kind of what the basics and kind of what I've changed out after that. So this is a BCM upper. It's 11.5 inch BCM upper with a Aero precision lower. And I've had the most of the furniture on here is BCM. It's BCM grip, BCM foregrip, and then as well the BCM charging handle. And we have the trigger. The trigger I've actually kind of most proud of, and I've never switched it out. I've never done anything with this trigger. It has been the standard trigger for what I've utilized for the past 8 years, and since I built the thing. And I think it was probably around $100, maybe $100, $110 when it was a special coming out. It's called the Davidson Defense skeletonized trigger. Never had one issue with this. I think I've put maybe about 5,000 rounds through this rifle. It's not a significant amount, but it is something that I've never had an issue with, never a hiccup. And I've dropped this rifle. I've done, I've never done torture testing on it, so I've never wanted to go with outside the means of how I would handle my equipment. I handle my, this is my life-saving equipment. So I like to kind of baby it as much as I can, but I also use and abuse within the means of what it's used for. So with the flashlight has been tried and true for the past 8 years. This is a Streamlight HLX or HXL, and this thing has been a champ. I have move this out of the way just so you can see it better. I have moved I had a pressure pad on this, and I did not like it. It actually ended up getting frayed. I can't remember what significantly, or what specifically had so much cause on it for it to, but I ended up to where I would bump it sometimes as well. I don't like having a light that I'm not going to be utilizing. I don't necessarily need the cords and all the everything on there. So I've just been very comfortable as well where my hand is and where my hand placement is. I'm able to utilize the light just in the fashion that it's in, just with the push. And it's less accessories, less stuff that I have to deal with, in a sense. I do like that a lot. We'll go, this is a Ventum 308. And this is, I will say this is one thing that I have, I'm not going to say that I've regretted but I have considered other options, even though I have purchased this, which is fine. And in a sense, it's, you know, it's a big can. It is. It's again, it's a 308, and it's I did buy this because I thought I was going to be putting it on my hunting rifle. That never came to fruition. So I'm kind of stuck with this. But again, the percussion on this, because it is a little bit bigger can, the percussion on this, the weight, that little added extra weight, which again can be cumbersome if you're holding this for a long time and going through doors, and which I've done in classes. It is a little, again, it is a little cumbersome, and it's, again, you feel the weight after a while. But for when I have shot it, the percussion of it, the sounds, mitigation of it, it is a very clean shoot. It's a very crisp sound that you hear. And I've shot it many, many times without even hearing protection, and it's been fine. Obviously, I like to utilize hearing protection for those around me as well, who don't have cans or anything like that. But I've really enjoyed this. Really enjoyed this setup. I couldn't even tell you, to be honest. I don't even know if I can get this off here right now, but no, I don't know if I can get it off. We'll see. Nope, that's not coming off. Okay, anyway. Underneath, I want to say it's a dead air, the dead air mechanism that I've attached under what's actually holding it on there. And I really like the setup. I really like, it's just for the fact that I can't get it off right now. Gotta be a way to get this thing off. Hold on. I got it. Okay. Dead air. Where is this one? Dead air something. And it's just been a great compensator for what I've utilized it for. It's again, the percussion that it goes through here. The Ventum 762, it has incredible sound, but again, this thing is a weight. Okay, you're gonna feel it. And other than that, I've been very happy with how I've utilized it, how it's been shooting on there, and it's a very smooth setup, to say the least. So with the sight, I want to say I did go to I had a Trijicon RMR on here beforehand. I probably had that on there for about 6 years, and just recently, within the last 2 years, I've put this monstrum on there. I don't have the money to go out and buy, another really expensive optic. I went for something that I'm going to utilize it within the means. I'm not dropping this thing. I'm not torture testing it. I'm not trying to break it. I'm just trying to utilize it in as harshly as I can within the means of my training. Again, going through doors, up down drills, putting rounds through it, and making sure that it's zeroed after the fact. I've done small, very light percussions. Like if I have dropped it before, it's not been on rocks, because again, I'm not trying to damage it, because again, I have to pay for this. So I've done it just to where I know the capabilities of it, and to where if I do drop it, I'm not too worried necessarily about it losing zero. And this is a 1:4. It's a monstrum 1:4, and this is just their 1 inch tubing. So what's nice about this is getting the whole setup for this, even including the mounts, the LPVO, and as well as the mounts. It only runs, I think it was about $85. So guys, this is probably one of the cheapest ones I've ever bought, especially considering the Trijicon MRO was, I think it's about anywhere from $500 to $650, depending on what sale you have on it. But it's been great. It's been, for the 1 power that's on here, very clear, see-through on the sight. The dials for getting either a red or green reticle, fantastic. Never had an issue with that. I've only changed the battery on this because I left it on and totally forgot to turn it off. That was a fantastic part. I've had this battery in here probably about 6 months, and it's just your 2032s that we all know and love. In a red dot, they'll last anywhere from 1 to 3 years. In here, I've had this in here for about 6 months, and I still have a reticle, and it's been great. It really has. Again, within the means of what I'm utilizing it for, when I do go out and I'm able to shoot, it's been great. Given the laws, of course, this is a pistol, essentially, by law. This is a pistol by law, and I've really just ended up wanting to utilize the brace. I've never switched it out for anything else. And this, again, this not being a vertical foregrip, this is the legality. This is the, thank you, ATF. Really appreciate you in infringing on all of our rights. And this is just, it's a very compact package for what I'm able to utilize it. And again, with the means of training here, anywhere between 1 to 400 yards, I'm very comfortable shooting with this. 400 is kind of my, it's, just the farthest that I've been able to get out in the area that I'm in. 200, of course, I'm very comfortable with, but for fast acquisition. But around 400 is about as far as I've been able to. It's the farthest distance that I'm able to get out to around to where I'm at. So very, very happy with this setup. I will go over as well the Haley. So this is a Haley Strategic Sling. I can't remember the exact model of it, but this is one of the first ones that had come out. Again, this was 8 years ago. So when I first bought this, and it's been fantastic. I used it as a 1-point sling just now. And then there's there's the detach, just the QD detach, and then I will put it here, and then it comes in, it'll become a 2-point. So very happy with this. It's been great. I did just kind of tape this a little bit just because of the rubbing, like the metal rubbing on my stuff or getting caught up. This has kind of mitigated that a little bit, which is great. So I can't really think of anything else to tell you guys about this. This has been a fantastic rifle, and really excited to get this back out on the range and kind of put it through the paces. I dry fire a lot with it, so I'm very comfortable maneuverability wise. And this is just something that I, again, wanted to show you guys, and kind of, you see my setups going through my videos. If you guys see me on the range shooting, you'll know kind of what I'm working with. And, hopefully this will help you guys make a little bit more well-informed decisions. So, other than that, yeah, I don't really have anything else for what it could be. But again, this is, I want to say, one of the biggest, I don't want to say I regret buying it, because again, it is a really clean shoot, but it's just been, it's just the weight factor. So if you can save yourself that in going to one of their 5.56 cans, I would highly suggest it. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. And any comments or any questions for me, please shoot them down below.